me. And I'm always talking about ATL men and they spinning, especially the zone 3 men. Child, I said he may have been the first one that was going to get up there and wasn't capable of spinning because his nerves were so bad. Everyone else was kind of seeming. I mean, you saw moments where Woody got rattled. You saw moments where Moon got rattled, but I mean, always from the gate, he seemed very rattled, and I was very nervous about him up there. But it made me understand that we don't look at the relationships that have been broken, and rightfully so, through this trial. We don't look at those things. The fact that he said some people 20, yes, 2000s. Girl,
elementary school. Like, those are the people you grow old with. Those are the people that your kids don't even know y'all not related till they get grown. Like, those are your play cousins. Nobody can be, like, it's,
yeah.
I understand. I know people always get on me when they signed the deal. I understand. And I said those were very individual situations. That's why I always say I can be empathetic. I'm not sympathetic because they were grown men doing grown things and they made a grown decision on their own. And honestly, the words that they're facing when they're up there on the stand are their own. They're facing their own words. They're their own words. But I can be empathetic that my friend I talk to every single day, our moms were pregnant together. Can you imagine that being broken and us never talking again?
Never.
Like, I have cousins that I just didn't find out they weren't my real cousins until I was grown and couldn't link the lineage of the DNA back.
It was his testimony definitely gave, we're going to save the best for last, because I don't remember seeing his factual acknowledgments anywhere. And it's like she was saying, oh, you don't remember? Oh, you don't know if they did that? Wait just a minute. So it was very hard to watch, because while some people may have worn what happened well, he did not. And you can definitely see it was watching him when them jail calls were being played.
Well, my thing is, everybody else has said, yeah, I signed it, but I didn't read it. Yeah, I signed it, but I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I signed it. Yeah, I had a lawyer. I mean, I did what I had to do to get out of jail. We've heard every excuse in the book, and they've went over well. This is the first person we've seen that watched Mook Toonk get locked up. So when they walk back to you and say, you remember taking a plea and slide that paper, that he was
when
he was trying to calm down.
When she did that, I said, oh my, like, I hate to say this about Miss Hilton because I'm sure she's probably a great person. But when I tell you something about her gets under my skin, and today when she said, do you remember the factual acknowledgments? I was like, oh, okay. Y'all already losing. Like, it wasn't no need for that. There's no need for that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I felt like, okay, this is what gets under my skin about Hilton. Hilton will say she's very throw rocks and hide her hands.
Yeah.
So what she'll do is she'll first attempt to say, you did take a plea. You remember you took a plea. Like, hey, it is, and to someone who doesn't know any better, you think, hey, she's trying to save you, bro. She is something in there. Because I had not seen his factual acknowledgments before. So I was trying to pick out the factual acknowledgments as they were coming through. But then she said, when she starts saying, okay, so you did you need to look at it. Okay, so you want to answer, you want to try that again? You want to now, asked and answered is a whole objection, but you want to ask that again? You want to answer that again?
It was definitely
because I got 5 years for you. It was given Ike Turner. Find your ass, Jackie.
It was definitely given. You went to dude. You already read his text messages, but just for the hell of it, let me see what he gonna say first. That's what it was given. Oh, do you need to see it? Are you sure? One answer he responded to her. She said, "Thank you for that answer, but did this happen?" I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, she was playing. That's what gets under people's skin. She definitely does it in a very sneaky, with a smile on her face
Yeah.
way. And once you see her do it so many times, depending on when you started watching, and when you started watching doesn't matter as long as you're watching now and you're aware. Because I don't know why that's a new thing now. People want to try to poke at people about when they started watching. It doesn't matter. But if you've been watching enough to know, when the state questioned Archelian Bennett, that was a very tough one to watch. And it was more than passive aggressive. It was like somebody giving you a hug and just right in the back and twisting it slow. Remember your mama passed? Remember Mother's Day? How close was your mama from your house? Around the corner? Oh, how often did you go over there? It's like, so it was like, come on, take the dagger out of heart. Like, my gosh, you have to do that. And she's your witness. Your investigator and stalked her. Y'all didn't put her in jail, and then you're gonna go bring up the girl's mama. Like, so if you've been watching to see them do certain things like that, they did it with Moontunk and his mother and brother. They did it with Miss Merriweather. Asked her to hold a picture of her unalive son, and she just until she just broke. Like, it's we'll get to it. We'll get to it because the state and their fake relatability that's all of a sudden starting to come out, and their passive aggressive mess that's been a couple WTFs this week.
Oh
Well,
my
you
God,
know
y'all,
what?
we got Vera in the chat. Y'all know we got to be doing something right. Oh my God. Oh my God. We got Vera.
Okay, Kayla, new hair. Who this? Hold up.
Right.
Okay, new hair. Who
You know,
this?
they were screenshotting her and screen recording her live, so I didn't get to see her live, but I done seen all the clips. I was like, oh, she get her hair done. Okay.
Kayla's
Oh,
live.
they be screen recording me?
Yeah, what I just saw was just a screen recording, and it said, I'm not even gonna say what it said because it's gonna start some mess, but they was like, she can't wait to clear it up. Basically, she said she can't wait to clear it up. We just need to wait till this is over so she can clear it up. It's
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, I don't even know who this person is. I was just scrolling on my little FYP, and it was a screen recording of your live.
Well, really, what I said was,
Oh, I saw what you said. I just
oh,
was.
okay, okay. Well,
That's
for the people
that's
who
what
don't know
you
what I
said.
said, Miss Jefferson, because now you said that, so they're probably
Oh,
wondering.
I get the clip because the clip immediately said everything that you were saying. Like, y'all worried about stuff that was said. We missed it. Because look, I'm about to show you. It's literally, well, they did a poor choice of color in the wording, so they won't be able to read it too good.
Well, no, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I was like I didn't even like y'all made a not y'all. I'm sorry, but the internet. I didn't even realize, to be honest, I didn't even know if she said the prettiest or a previous. I didn't even know that she had said prettiest. I thought it was previous, and I didn't even hear Simone say to talk that talk because like I'm in here really watching these people fighting for their lives. And so it was until I got out that I realized what she had said. And I was like, oh, I mean, I didn't, I don't know. I have no comment on it, guys. I'm not getting into that. Hey, like the live.
Look, everybody talking about that's the one
I
I
can't
seen.
wait to, yep, he was making songs about her, all kind of stuff. Yeah. And it's just like, I can't wait till this is over and I can tell y'all everything. But we got to make it through the home stretch. But I promise, when this is over, I got so much tea for y'all. But y'all, we got to fight to the end and remember that it's not about tea. It's not about everything that's surrounding the case, but it's actually the people that are fighting for their lives or whatever. So some of that stuff I don't entertain because I don't want to be a distraction to what's really going on. But I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to talk too much because we got WTF coming But
I think that
yeah.
was. She said maybe I should wait, and they cut it off.
That's crazy because really
They really screen
that's
grabbed
a
it.
small clip of what I was talking about, but I was really talking about everything that happened that day and how the energy in the courtroom is different than what you guys see on TV and how emotionally tolling being in that courtroom yesterday was. Hold on.
I
So
can only imagine yesterday.
So I was like, I didn't realize. I told Mel this. I called her like, it wasn't until I got because in there they take your phones, they take everything. So it wasn't until it's a complete disconnect. So it wasn't until I got to my phone and to the internet to see the way that the internet perceives things is different. So a lot of different things I missed because it was such an emotional thing in the courtroom and like the victim's family um their reaction to things was very alarming. I mean, I don't know if it was good or bad, but they would not stop talking to each other and they were making faces, they were moving. I just think that that day, whatever that day was yesterday, was just a completely emotional day. I told Miss Jefferson and Mel that I walked out of there feeling so confused. I didn't know what had happened. There were so many times that I was sitting in that courtroom thinking, I'm a lawyer and I do not understand what's going on. I can't follow this. There were so many times where I thought that there was evidence that existed just for Max to get up and clarify that that's not what it was.
Yeah.
And
Yesterday was confusing.
it was just confusing.
Yesterday was very confusing. All of it was confusing. It was very confusing the way it was presented and that's part of the WTF too. We could probably get to the clips, but that was definitely yesterday was confusing. The way it was presented was confusing. The way it was given was confusing. The way they bounced back and forth was confusing.
Yeah,
And
the way they call the witnesses, like I mean, I'm gonna let you guys go first. I'll go last, but I do want to say, like, I sat in that courtroom for so long, thinking that they were talking about one gun, and I kept saying, "How did the pedestrian find the gun and the police officer find the gun?" And like I said, it wasn't until I got out of the courtroom and I realized, oh my God, the whole world feels the same way because I sat in there and I was going crazy, like, God, why I don't understand this? Like, am I really this slow?
that's crazy. Bill about to have me cracking up. What is the mine is from yesterday's cross. Mel, what clip did you have? Was it before yesterday? Because I want to kind of go and
Am
kind of.
I done on mute? I'm sorry.
You are or mute. Well, you were not. You
I
were
don't
on
even
mute anymore.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I can't remember what days, friend. I'm sorry. I had the days, but I can't remember what days mine are from. But I know they're from 158 and 159.
Okay, I got 159. So go ahead and do 158, and then my 159 is for the end of the day.
Now, listen, friend. I can't promise you this gonna be from 159 because let me just pull up the clip. Which one do you want me to do a shorter clip first? I have a really short clip I can do first. Let me do that one.
Okay. Two pink hats. I'm not a lawyer, but chat, and we went back and
Kayla, do you need to add it up? You see it, Kayla?
I see it,
Can you
but
see my clip?
it won't let me add it to the stage. Do y'all see it?
Mm-mm.
Can you see my clip? Or am I frozen?
It's frozen.
Mannequin Rio.
I see it. Let me stop real quick and then I'll do it again.
Do y'all not intend to call him? Okay. Hey, what you need?
No, I don't know why it stopped there. But okay, y'all, so y'all can see it.
That evidence. I noticed that Mr. Arnold's not on this week's witness list. Do y'all not intend to call him?
At this time, we're not going to call.
Okay. Hey, what you need?
Okay, so that's it. That was my first clip, and the reason I chose that one was because for weeks, almost 2 months, we keep hearing that they were going to call him. And then we saw Ashley send about 2 dissertations talking about if you call him, this is what's going to happen. So I was like, I'm ready to see what the hell is going to happen. They keep saying like he's this big important witness. How for them not to call him? And then just kind of said like it was nothing. We don't intend to call him, and just moved on. They just moved on. You know what? Chat, y'all is cutting up. Okay.
They are. They are. You know what the crazy part was, though? That just made me feel like everything that Brian Steele said during Thug's plea was true. He said they didn't call Martinez, Arnold, or Duke for the same reason that they didn't call Rich Homie Quan back in May. He's going to say things that are going to shed a positive light on conversation or like different relationships on both sides. And it seems like Martinez Arnold might have been the glue for some of those people having good, it wouldn't show a beef. It's not going to constitute a beef. So I think that just makes me feel that what Steele said was right. That means that was Steele's case. He really wanted to give that case. I wanted him to be able to give that case, but he had to do what was right for Thug. But that just makes me feel like everything that was said by Steele that day, that makes it true for Duke and true for Rich Homie Quan as well.
I agree.
Miss Jefferson, you want to play yours?
Sure. Already got it queued up. Mine is kind of a little bit of 2 parts, but it's just 2 quick clips. Let me see.
This is a good question. Do you think the defense will call Duke? Because I think, like Ms. Jefferson said, and I heard a lot of people say that Duke was going to have some positive insight and some positive connections to Ty Wyatt. It's a positive thing. So
y'all crazy in this chat. Yeah, I think so. I think Steele would have called him at least. I don't know what he'll do for Shannon and Yak as much as he would have probably done to prove that Thug would not have been a part of a situation where he's ordering things on people that were his friends or that he was at least cordial or cool with. But I say if he can give you positive and make this less of a beef, that would just give. That's crazy, but it'll make Woody a truth teller. It won't make Woody a liar because Woody said this didn't have nothing to do with YSL and YFN. It was something else. But yeah, let me go ahead and present. Okay, I think I added up already. Hold on, let me see where it's at. What was it? What did I send y'all? It was Max chart on there. That was the last piece. It was
okay. So I'm gonna say something about this real quick.
3 and 20.
So when I saw, so when I was sitting in the back of the courtroom, who is that? Okay, who is that? So y'all know I had on my little bang wig or whatever. And he said, oh, your hair is different. I didn't even notice you. I said, oh, your hair is different. I didn't even notice you.
All right, it's 8:23. Was it 27? Okay, here we go. Oh, shoot. I know it always makes me change my little audio settings. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here we go. So this is the first part.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me ask you about tint. You've gotten tint on cars before?
Every car I get.
Okay. When you go and get tint, and when they install the tint, do they tell you not to roll down your window for 24 to 48 hours?
Yes.
Okay. And if you roll down your window within that time, it can cause the tint to be damaged or bubble up, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I love when you say okay. So that was my first part. So Max finally says what my uncle was yelling at me the other day, and everybody else who gets their windows tinted. I send Big Unc. I'm sorry, y'all. I just followed directions. And was just like, you can't roll down the window. So even though we watched the FedEx video in slow-mo, that just is another added layer onto the FedEx video that you cannot roll the window down. He just got it done that day. Y'all got the ankle monitor. Y'all had the GPS. Y'all got the pictures. Y'all got the cell phone wiretaps. Y'all know he went to get the window tinted that morning. Was the tint still cool when they got there on the 17th? It was. So then, of course, true to form, Miss Hilton has a recross at 8:33.
Or McMahon or Big? No. Of course it doesn't. Mr. Shar asked you about when you get tinted windows, you can't roll down the windows. Do you remember him asking that? Yes. Does that prevent you from opening up the door? Oh, no. So you can still open up the door even though you have tints on the window? Yeah. Okay. I have no further questions. Recross.
That's my WTF. You mean to tell me that was your mic drop? You muted.
You muted.
I like
He
opened the door.
I put the echo cancellation back on. Like that was your mic drop. So now you saying in the dark, he opened the door instead of rolling the window down and reached out. Is he left-handed? Because he got to use his left hand. Otherwise, he got to do this and reach around. Now,
I just think that everything that the state attempted to do backfired. I really like that Rachel Kaufman, she is the one who said, hey, she was given immunity, because I saw Miss Hilton try to trip her up with the questions about the weapon and, hey, did you do this? Did you know he had your weapon? And trying to trip her up. So kudos to Rachel for advocating for her client, making sure that she was okay on that stand. But I feel like it did the complete opposite of what they were probably trying to do or hoping to get from her. I really enjoyed the testimony for the most part because it did clarify a lot of things for me personally, as far as painting the picture of what was going on around that time.
I got one thing that I learned today, y'all. Somebody said, Miss Jefferson, you must don't drive an Audi. And I said, I definitely don't. And because Miss Jefferson ain't bought a car in 7 years, okay? Betsy is rolling, okay? But somebody said that an Audi will not go. It will not. You can't step on the gas if the door is open. I don't know if that's true. Do any of y'all own an Audi? Somebody came to me today and they jumped in my live and they sent me a message and they was in the comments, so I know they were serious. And they said, if you have an Audi and your door is open, your car will not propel. It will not go forward. You can't hit the gas. Somebody saying you can't. It's saying it's true. Somebody said my car won't do it. So if that's the truth, listen, Shannon did
my car do that too. It don't let you.
Listen, Shannon didn't stop was an acronym for Shannon, okay? STOP, slightly tap on pedal, okay? Shannon was rolling still. He did not completely stop at that red light.
Yeah.
He did not stop. So for him to have what they say, the ankle monitor went from 18 miles per hour to 80 to 90 miles per hour. Listen, that the car wouldn't have went if he would have opened the door. So he not only tried to do a mic drop on the fly with no research or basis, but it's not even possible with the car. What?
It was you know, every time they do something crazy like this, I have to go back to Woody and I say, it's giving you so desperate you'll get on your knees and beg, because what are y'all doing? I just feel like it just I don't understand what was going on there. Opening the door now, crazy.
I didn't mean to put that up. Sorry.
Oh, you fine. No, I'm done. That was it. Opening the door. I think that's crazy.
I don't know. I learned it.
Moment, I felt like it's one of those things where it was a Adrian Love moment where you're losing, so now you're just finding something to say. It was a very uncomfortable moment because it was like, I know you can't think that was appropriate to say, or I don't know where you would go with that. And a lot of times I tell people when they ask me about, well, why did she say this or why did this person say that what they're doing is they're trying to get all the evidence in or all of the testimony in so that they can use it in closing. So to us, we may not understand one simple question that doesn't go to anything, but please be assured it's a part of the plan. So like even with the questioning pertaining to did Miss Alexander date someone from YFN or I guess know someone from YFN, it seems like one simple shady question, and it may have been, I don't know, because y'all know I don't really like to talk about people, but Simone did seem very clouded in her questioning with her. Her questioning to me was an aha, I got you moment. Who she got, I'm not sure. But it was very, feisty. And it seemed like when maybe it wasn't going the exact way that she thought it was gonna go, well, let me just throw this out there. But actually, what I think is something she's trying to preserve for her closing. Because we hear that one question, we hear, "Do you know YFN? Do you?" And then we don't hear anything else about it.
You know what? That makes more sense now, because what I actually thought of Miss Alexander's testimony yesterday is that she actually gave another reason other than YSL versus YFN why Shannon could be on the move like that. If something has happened to her, they live together, she's been robbed, it's caught on tape, she had to use a pum, she carries a lot of cash, she wants to switch cars, she's still changing the color of her car, she's still tinting her windows. So there was a reason before March 14th for Shannon to move differently. It had nothing to do with, hey, I might run into YFN and I can get me somebody. It was, I'm moving like this because we already have a different situation, which makes it less likely, way less likely,
but not even
just happen upon drinks.
But not even just that. I think that once again, the state does this thing where they try to put us in this circle box and say, this is what happened this day. But it was eye-opening to me when you want to talk about the ankle monitor, but you're just talking about 3-4 days. Then you get Max, who comes up here and shows us, baby, this ankle monitor been doing the same thing since January.
The boy don't sit still. He's not charging his leg up. He know, I bet you right now, if somebody asks Shannon, I bet you he know if he's charged that thing for 7 minutes, he can probably go about 2 more hours. That's probably what he's been doing. And running around on low battery. You ever been in a car with somebody and they be getting close to eat, they be like, I know my car. He know his ankle monitor.
And another thing that
for a month.
Yeah, I mean, I think that even like like I said, when I was in the courtroom, I thought she did a great job. I think she did a wonderful job with her testimony. I think that people forget, I know what it's like to sit up there. So for me, I know what it's like to sit up there, and also, you know, I know what it's like to sit up there looking at people that you know. That's a lot of pressure. Also, I feel like you can't stop being who you are on the stand. So I think that's probably her personality. She probably talks like that. I mean, I, I was in such a complete different mindset than what the world thought. I got up there and I said, "Cool," ended the day with a win. You know, I didn't see any. Like I said, being in there is different because you actually get to see so many different perspectives of what's going on. So, I mean, I think she did what she had to do. I think she was very neutral because she couldn't have got up there and said, "I hate him," but she couldn't have got up there and said, "I loved him," either, because then the jury, no matter what, it was a lose-lose. If she would have got up there and did too much for the defense, she wouldn't have been credible. If she would have got up there and did too much for the state, Max would have came and said, "Well, wasn't he cheating on you? And ain't y'all going through something? And ain't this and ain't that?" And it wouldn't have been credible. So I think that considering the circumstances, she did an amazing job.
I think she had an amazing testimony because she shed light on, hey, he's not out here running around like a chicken with his head cut off for 7 years because somebody think he did something 7 years prior in 2015, and we're still switching. We're doing all these cars and things in 2022. She made it very relevant. He wasn't worried about that. We had a whole nother situation going on. And matter of fact, we were already in the rental car complex of the airport, dropping off a car I had. And the Audi was supposed to be mine. It was supposed to be in my name, but they wanted a credit card. I didn't have one. He did. He put it in his name. That dispels the fact that you said he went and got this to exact revenge, and he tried to purposely calculate when his ankle monitor was going to die. Like, who goes to commit some mess and you know they got your location? The ankle monitor.
You gotta go. You can't go nowhere. They can pull up right to you.
The fact that they let it die is amazing to me. I think somebody said that. I'm like, I've seen, my cousin had an ankle monitor when we was young, and that's why I say charge your leg up, because I used to say that to my cousin. I know y'all was laughing when I said charge your leg, but they can't take it off and charge it.
Like, I wanted to say that before I forget, Miss Jefferson, because they're killing me with these hypotheticals and these analogies. It's like charging a cell phone, bro. When I put my phone on the charger, I can go to sleep. I can move around. Oh, look, you can get something to drink from the bar too. You can do so much when you put that thing on top of a seat right there. You got a seat right there. Then
you got to put,
because we're not going to be able to play all of these clips. So just rushing through this. I mean, even today with all the hypotheticals about, well, what if the car was clean? Do you have any evidence that the car was clean? Well, what if they vacuumed the headliner? So they did that. I mean, like,
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this one time. And listen, y'all, I'm just saying this for the defense. I don't mean no offense, okay? He was still in the same hoodie and the same hat. He didn't wash his ass. He didn't wash that car. Okay, he didn't go up there. I don't care what you said. He didn't take that mess off. Be the common sense. Come on now. He didn't go scrubbing dubbing the car. He wasn't worried about that.
Okay, so like I said, I hate to repeat this, but I just have to say it again because I was an emotional wreck yesterday just because it was like a roller coaster in the courtroom, and it was everybody in the courtroom. Like, people couldn't stop talking. We kept getting in trouble because we were all in there like, huh? What? Like, everybody, the victims' family got in trouble. Everybody got in trouble by Brown. Okay, shout out to Brown. He was nice to me. So thank you for being nice to me, Brown. And if you're watching it.
Oh,
but
I think is this on mine or yours or everybody's? You see a chat came through.
Yeah, but it's moving too fast. Hold on.
I got it up. It says, how did y'all feel when the girl on the stand said she drove a Charger and she shot someone before? At this point, to be honest, if somebody gonna rush you with pum-pums, it's either them or you. it's either them or you. Like at that point, I'm just, I guess, thankful that she was able to preserve herself in a way that nobody had to pass. But that's crazy that somebody gonna run after a girl. She don't look like she ain't but so tall, and you gonna run after her to take the money from some, like, come on now.
I was in there when they kept, even when Simone was making me mad because she kept saying the robbery. I kept saying attempted robbery. She told y'all she didn't get robbed.
Listen, she was serious about that attempted robbery. Like Woody was
Okay.
serious about he didn't get beat up. Okay, she said they did not rob me.
My girl
They
said, "Don't play with me." My girl said, "Do not play with me." And what was crazy is I've seen that clip several times. Didn't know it was her, and like seeing her on the stand, knowing it was her. My first thought was, "I'm so happy that she's okay. That could have gone terribly wrong." And I just kept. I mean, I was just sitting there like, "I know that's right." Listen, I'm very happy she made it out of that because I remember watching it and I said, "Dang, like what's going on?" I'm just happy she made it to tell the story. She made it on the other side, but I understand now her need for caution after seeing that.
So I'm gonna put mine up because we will just keep talking. But let's see.
It said she had her spidey senses.
Yes, these have my initials and item number as well as seals on them.
And what are those items?
These are the 1157 cartridge cases. Okay.
And are those the items that you tested that were given to you by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office?
Yes, they are.
10 months later. Oh, I'm sorry.
And Your Honor, this time the state would like to admit State's Exhibit 221 BV into evidence.
Admitted.
No objection.
Thank you. It's admitted without objection.
What were you able to test in this case?
I was able to compare these cartridge cases together to see if they were fired from the same firearm. And then I also compared them to this firearm to see if this was the firearm that fired it.
So first, were the items that you tested, the shell cases, fired from the same firearm?
Yes, these were all fired from the same firearm.
And then were those items fired from that firearm?
Yes, they were.
And you may have said, and forgive me, what type of shell casings were the shell casings that you tested?
So they were the caliber 5.7 by 28 millimeter.
After determining that FBIN firearm fired those shell casings and creating a report, did that conclude your involvement in this case?
Yes, I did a check function test on the firearm as well. And then that concluded it.
And what's a check function test?
It was operational. It's where I test the trigger pulls. I test every safety.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause right there. That's confusing because where did the shell casings come from? At that point, I thought the shell casings had came from the murders. I mean, can I say that? The crime scene.
Yeah, it was confusing.
Take it apart and look at it and put it back together.
And what was the conclusion after doing the check function test?
It was healthy.
March 16th, okay? Were those?
Those were 5.7 by 28 millimeter cartridge cases.
Okay. And that was in case number.
And I think here's the clarification, guys. I hope I'm at the right part. I'm trying.
Would you like me to read it?
Do you have what I'm trying to figure out is, do you have a cross reference number so we could compare this to actual incidents to know where those shell casings came from?
No, I do not. As far as on the scene where they were collected,
Yes.
I do not.
You received them from APD or from the Fulton County District Attorney's Office?
Yes, Fulton County DA.
Okay. And they gave those to you on January 17, 2023.
Correct.
All right. And it was 11 of them.
Yes.
Okay. And then you're also given a firearm, a 5.7 by 28 firearm, correct?
Yes.
FN.
Correct.
Right. And you're given those by the district attorney on December 15, 2022.
Correct.
Okay. And then additionally, you're given 19 unspent rounds.
Yes.
Okay. So your work on this case, you got 11 spent rounds that were collected. Your Honor, I think we have a stipulation.
Okay.
Your Honor, we're going to stipulate that the shell casings referenced in her report come from the March 16, 2022 shooting at 2830 Waters.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all, this right here is where I got pissed off. I said, no, this lady did not have me thinking for 30 minutes that they had the firearm that didn't shoot the right size bullets, but it had shot the right size bullets. That was a 40 that came out of a 9. And then they collected them from the murder scene, but they gave them to the GBI 10 months after the trial.
I think they've been doing that ever since the other 4 they played out. It's like now just confuse the jury, because I was very confused. They were jumping around. Nothing made sense. The weapons, the bullets, you talking about a 40 and the bullets go to some other gun. Like it was just all over the place. So it definitely wasn't just you.
It wasn't, and this made me go back to what she said when she went over her education. When that lady said she teach high school math, I said, what the fuck? You'd rather leave the GBI and go sit in a high school with kids that do not pay attention for more than 15 seconds. Like I said before, I had my nephew when he was 15 for a year, okay? They don't have nothing but entitlement, audacity, and a hoodie, okay? You're going to go in there and sit with them kids and try to teach them kids that only pay attention for about 15, 20 seconds at a time, math, rather than use your degree, sit at the GBI and process these weapons. Man.
Well,
That's
hold on. Let me see if I can find the part about, let me see. This.
She said, get me out of here. I'll be a teacher.
Let me see. Maybe it's over here.
Make it make sense, just friend.
It's right here.
Okay. And you made a left onto Meadowlark Drive from Ben Hill, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Just up. The video is coming up just shortly.
Why it's not playing, y'all? Because this was also an aha moment for me. Because all day I kept saying, the gun was in the grass and the gun was in the street.
That was confusing. This right here let me know that people in Georgia don't play, okay? Whether it was one after that Charger or this one. When they see some mess, baby, they hit them U-turns quick and get out of Dodge. This was in the daylight. He jumped out by himself and said, please don't drive over here. They said, yeah, not today.
Like this the part, right?
Yeah, this is where he picked it up, I believe. I think they said he had to do a U-turn.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
And yeah.
So I was like, how did the police and the pedestrian pick up the gun? Yeah,
They're probably trying to confuse people.
They got everything.
Shanny, it did look like bare hands for a second, but he had on gloves.
Yeah,
Is this where the you see item in the street? I'm sorry. Did you see an item in the street?
I did. Yes.
And what was that item?
Say black pistol.
Okay. And now is this closer towards the beginning of Meadowlark Drive?
It is.
Okay.
Sharon, there was one in the bushes to the side, just not this one.
It was another one.
Oh, good question. I got you. So can I talk while y'all watch this and tell you guys what a stipulation means? So a stipulation, since there's no sound, you guys can watch him when he picks up the gun. A stipulation is when the state and the defense stipulate to a fact. So my personal lawyer opinion is that Simone knew she knew what she was doing. And all she kept saying was the shooting and the incident, I think. And so for me, I thought that was the actual shooting. It wasn't until attorney Max Sharp comes and says, I got some photos, you know what. And
Trooper Campbell, is this you recovering the item?
The way that he did it.
Yes, sir.
Because honestly, he probably could have objected or did a bench, whatever they do, saying, you know, this isn't fair. But I think he handled it very well. And so then she has to stipulate, because she never said the shooting at the Waters whatever address. Once she said that, I said, oh, this the shooting they was talking about when the ops came and da-da-da-da-da. Completely different thing. So they stipulate to the fact that these were the shell casings from the whatever water address. So a lot of times when we take pleas and do different things, you know, we'll stipulate to the facts. If I have some really bad facts where I don't want the judge to hear something because it might influence the way they sentence, you know, I might say we stipulate to the factual basis, because sometimes you don't want all that to come out. And by stipulating, you're just saying, yeah, we both agree that this is a fact.
I will say this might be a low-key unpopular opinion, but the way Max has been able to wiggle in Shannon's defense, I would have hated to have seen him fight for Shannon in this way with Harvey and Nichols sitting there. That would probably have been the first time they weren't one band, one sound, and we would have seen a civil situation. And we know Harvey ain't going to hold it, okay? Because there's no way Nichols would have been able, you found a book bag and somebody didn't throw it. He had it on. Stop it right there when they got the car. Shannon didn't have anything on.
He had his hands up, didn't he?
Yeah, and even when this cop that we just watched, this East Point city cop that picked up that Pum out the street, Shannon even said the way that was thrown, it would have had to have been thrown out the passenger side. Everybody already said pink beanie. There's a pink beanie. He's driving. He's in the white Audi. So if the jury would have agreed to or stipulated to that, yeah, y'all know what, that might have came out the driver's side, out the passenger side. That would have all been on Nichols. And if he wouldn't have took that plea, Harvey and Max Sharp might have. I don't want to see them like that.
The worst thing that the state could have done for this group of people to left is let them people plea out, because it has created so much reasonable doubt. Because if I was a juror, I would be thinking, I don't know, y'all done let Woody go, y'all done let the other, and then the man who y'all said that they doing all this for, he ain't even here no more. He's not even here no more. So what are we doing here? That's my opinion.
Yeah, I just
Hold on, y'all. Let me say something.
I think. Oh, go ahead. What happened?
Mods in my chat. It's either Ash K, Miss Fabulous J. Can y'all block that person? Thank you. Okay.
So I will say this, since there's 12 humans up there that could feel, think anything, right? If any of those humans feel like, based on the cross, and we know the cross is not evidence, okay? So I'm not saying anything. The cross is not evidence. But if they feel like, based on the cross, that Steele and Sharp kind of lined up on Woody, that they have an inkling as to, hey, did you just give Woody immunity? And now this is looking like he may be closer to this. They may start thinking the same thing. Hey, Nichols had the book bag. It was thrown on the passenger side. Now y'all gave him a situation where he can be eligible for parole in 9 months. And if somebody is having a human moment and thinking that, they may think that, hey, I'm not putting this on him. That guy, y'all let the other one go.
And if they know anything, they know Mr. Williams is at home. The guy who y'all said orchestrated and is the leader and the head of all of this. I mean, like Miss Mama said, everybody and their mama know.
Everybody and their mama know.
No, that lady knows.
That's what the jurors' text messages. Everybody and their mama when she was texting her.
That was their word best. Them not being their word.
The case. They don't want to stop the case because at this point, y'all know those jurors know. Juror 56 popped it off, and then here come the second juror. They know that those people gone home. They know.
I tell you what, they pissed 56 off yesterday. Once
they did.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. 56 might be able to hold it real good because he know the state getting ready to close.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna hear a smooth outburst.
I hope 56 is the head chairman. I hope
he ain't gonna make it back to the room, baby. Once they start reading them jury instructions. And then somebody tell 56 that he got to go through all 191 overt acts one by one. And he only got 3 questions per person. He ain't going to care. It's only 2 people left. Juror 56 is going to snap smooth fuck out.
Flip that table off. As soon as they bring all that evidence they got, going to flip it all over.
They ain't nobody. Listen, they going to look over there and juror 56 going to have that pen like.
Okay, y'all. So today we are on track and we are going to end at an hour. We only kept you guys for an hour and we still haven't gone through the pleas. We really got to make a live to go through these pleas, but we can't make it. I mean, I thought that we were going to have, we didn't have court for a couple days so we can go through the pleas. Baby, them people done. I don't know what this means, but thank you for the super chat, BC.
Brought all this on the cop, and I don't know why they blaming Woody. Said it was brought all on by the cop. You know what? I don't think that was all it, but honestly, we have seen a couple of things that in other cases where you do something to a cop and it all comes down. So I can see where that could come from. I don't think that was the case here with all the stuff that went on so much before the cop. But that's the theory behind Melly. If anybody looks at that trial, that YNW Melly was thought to have done something to a cop prior to, so they got him on, try to get him on what they could because they couldn't get him on the cop. So if people like that could be a theory sometimes.
Okay, so Mel is going live. I don't know if Miss Jefferson is going live. They're going live, but y'all know I'm home and I got my hair done, so I'm going outside. Y'all know I'm a real life city girl.
the city girl said going down.
Girl.
No, Miss Jefferson don't go nowhere on the Wednesday, child. Them kids, I gotta pack lunches.
No, we got the lunches packed, baby.
Okay.
Pack lunches.
Have fun.
Look, somebody said, "Oh, we know."
Y'all said come to Mail After Dark. I'm gonna slide up there in the comments.
I hope it's no after dark.
I had a good time last time. I was just a giggling, y'all. Y'all are crazy.
All you can do, you gotta laugh to keep from crying in their chat because they cuts up.
They say Kayla about to go stand on some couches off the dime. Y'all, I haven't even been, like I said, I haven't even really been drinking because y'all got me so paranoid. I'm scared to be somewhere and be drinking. Somebody record, look at her. What kind of lawyer is she? All she do is drink and go out. So I just be like, you know what? I'm just be sober.
That's so
sober, girl. Sober's fun. I'm sober. It's fun, Kayla.
Okay, somebody said, Kayla, when are you gonna start? I have so many of the interviews. I'm gonna drop one tonight. I got some more coming up. I hope y'all checked out the one with me and Woody. It's so funny. We gotta do a part 2.
Yeah, Woody was hilarious.
He's gonna come back like Grey Goose Granny.
Yes. Y'all so shady. Kayla, go have your fun now while you can, girl.
Oh my God. Grey Goose Granny is hilarious.
All right, love y'all. Thank you so much. I think we hit all the hot topics, and I think we are coming to an end.
Please, because this chat unhinged. Where all the trolls coming from?
No, I mean literally, Mel.
Talking about the court case, Mel.
Girl, the troll said I smell funny. I said, when the hell you smell me? What's going on?
Jesus. What in the world?
Kayla ain't no attorney, and you smell.
Now, how you just come up with that? Just
they clowning today. They are clowning today.
Y'all clowning. Okay, love y'all so much.
Bye, y'all. I'm finna log on.
Good one.